Me bet show nipa or stop it Kenoforiata from coming to Ghana. And the person doing that is the special prosecutor. And it's not just Kenoforiata. You see, in Ghana today, say, or many detectives say obie die sika. Na say yen nyina yehu se sand pay with this sika or say twena sope. Trom na special prosecutor drew ho. And what does he do? He will go and arrest and you line up charges, and then at the end of the day he will tell you that the person should go home. He's investigating. There are hundreds of cases like that ever seen there.
Abusuya ene mame wakwaba emra kasafidi eso sa oba so ana obmodin wa subscribe like na wasan a share ede amaye na ene yi na Kevin Taylor ede nsem bi aba betu do se wo kire se e wonya ne ntie ese yewra OSP Kissi Agyebeng wo de dwantoa ede atoa yewra sante hene se ebe ya wosere na da wotete nsem bi wo mframa mu se wo munya wo be pam no ne ade na ni na nkomra no ya papa Kenoforiata wakwa akohye obi manso wo mo de krata de akwa akoto dwase wo munya na wo mbekye no wo mo declare no wanted sense sikasem bi ni ade bi wo se wo ba na wo ba ebeyi ne ho ano na wonya ne ntia se nipa o hyehye ekira ama papa yi wonya ma Ghana no OSP yewura Kissi Agyebeng na wono de Kevin Taylor no osusu se papa yi ena wo hyehye echi na wo de dwanto akwakoto yewura sante hene eno nto wasra sante hene ada sante hene ehunu na wontie na wontin yi wasra na da fere ena wo de ekasa mo wonfa no ho mbedi nsem we mu kura sanse saa papa no saa Dominica yini no anase OSP no ne ho eya aye nkrofo ehyi wonim se na nado dan kokufo ado ena wo appoint papa yewura John Dramani Mahama bae no ohunu se asabe ne nnwuma eso ani enti ena wontimi enyine mfira ba nnwum na nei yewura Kissi Agyebeng ono enanka ewo se wo ma yewura Kenoforiata enei waba nanka omatoto na nanka mra kwan bi ewo se yede netoso no na yede natoso nanso no wonyamfa no mbae ena wode dwantoa ede etoa asante hene na Kevin Taylor ede achopa ede ama asante hene se wosela no mo mfa no ho embegege ensem we mu.
The special prosecutor. Last week I heard he went to Menchia to go tell Otumfuo should step in for him so that they wouldn't sack him. Last week or so, Kissi Agyebeng was in Kumasi, and I would like to tell Otumfuo too, whether he was there or not, Nana, it is better, with all due respect, your interference in Ghana politics, it is better, at this point, step away. I respect you, and it's just me papa or woman. Your interference in Ghana politics, the hatred that you are calling for yourself is all because of your interference in Ghana politics. Stop the interference. The same way na Polademo Chibet na TV so, Ubi awabo Ghana chrono, it me boldly, Ekache Ghana for say, your palace and the ma OSP office no pressure to release a criminal like Polademo Chibet. It's an indictment. Stay away. Let these people be dealt with. The palace, ahimfie no entimi mnye baby a obi bokro no a no abase yenko pacha omano. No, that thing needs to stop. And amanfo bi amadwene say they will hide behind Menchia. They will use Otumfuo's face. And it has been going on and on and on. And we are yet to hear from Menchia that, you know this, Menchia send him. But I don't much better TV so catch we are singing as obokro no and the chino and a Menchia Emma system no pressure. Ever seen there, mentioned to me releasing an official statement to say no. It is filthy and disgusting. Let us respect each other. Let us respect the rule of law. Let us at least give the system room to breathe for the system to work. The interference from Menchia in our politics is too much. It is looking like our biggest problem, more Ghana, including me, Papa So your Hene, and that is where we are struggling to get this country out of problems. Because when it even comes to the fight against Galamsey, majority of you, when mama the fight against Galamsey,
Abusuanuachi wade nsem we atu dwa na wotre se obaakofo entimi enye se dwuma yi anase obaakofo nsa entimi nkata onyankopon ni wonso no woni nipa empanimfo ye John Dramani Mahama appoint omo national security officer yewura Richard Jakpa enne empanimfo omo aka womu inanfo omo ho enjim yewura Dominica ye ni mitra attorney general womi nada enform ho endim na papa yi wo mre sanse wa boga na bro papa
me be chew nipa or stop it Ken Ofori Atta from coming to Ghana. And the person doing that is the special prosecutor. And it's not just Ken Ofori Atta. You see, in Ghana today, say, on many detectives say obi di sika. Na say yen nyina yehu se sand pay with this sika or say twena so pe. Trump na special prosecutor drew her. And what does he do? He will go and arrest and you line up charges, and then at the end of the day, he will tell you that the person should go home. He's investigating. There are hundreds of cases like that ever seen there. The special prosecutor, they say, why no ninja? Or share obia with dia buying sika won in semupe or semacho. Come for interrogation. Oba or semajiwa no asem. Or say, okay, macho no asem. Go. I will investigate it. And it has gone on and on and on. $13 to $14 million. Yenya any results from it. Now, Ken Ofori Atta yetiha and I United say yednakoto Interpol red list so or red alert or whatever list so. And I United say yeah. Because when him say Ken Ofori Atta is an integral person when it comes to investigating the Akufo-Addo administration. So one of the boats and I said not a war Akufo-Addo abemu. So we Ken Ofori Atta, the whole Akufo-Addo government will come down. And people like the special prosecutor, he knows about that. So what Ken Ofori Atta dinijina dekema, obia owiya sika wo Akufo-Addo abemu nyina obia hombeda ho, including Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo himself. The special prosecutor knows that. Now, why is it say Kissi Agyebeng entumi fa Ken Ofori Atta emafie? Why? What is so special about Ken Ofori Atta, Kissi Agyebeng, say ordinama Interpol entumi fa emafie? Now, let's go back and let me show you how dangerous this special prosecutor is. Now, maybe exposing the end. Let's have the second one about. This man has to honorably resign from that office. This special prosecutor has two offices. Or the special prosecutor's office and what the annex are a daya papa na ye freno seconds. Sa papa no esiamana or the special prosecutor duties. This special prosecutor or not the carbo will be no sachi di pano. This man. On the 2nd of June 2025, this happened. The OSP wrote a letter to the Jubilee House. And he wrote a letter to the Chief of Staff. Chief of Staff Julius Deborah. Follow this conversation very well. This is 2nd June 2025. Me make sure I did. The Chief of Staff, Office of the President, Jubilee House, Accra. Attention, Honorable Julius Deborah. Request for the institution of extradition processes. Kenneth Nanaya Ofori Atta. The Office of the Special Prosecutor, OSP, request for extradition processes to be instituted for the provisional apprehension in any jurisdiction in which he may be located or found, and extradition to the Republic of Ghana of Kenneth Ofori Atta, who served as the minister responsible for finance of the Republic of Ghana between 2017 to 2024. This request is founded on the consideration that Mr. Ofori Atta, who departed the jurisdiction early January 2025, has no intention of voluntarily returning to the jurisdiction, and for which reason the OSP has declared him a wanted person and a suspected corruption and corruption-related offenses regarding the following. Where a letter OSP Echoko Jubilee House or say ye man kwan na onfa ekwan so na onkofa Ken Ofori Atta embra Ghana. Now, 1. Contractual agreement between Strategic Mobilization Ghana Limited and the Ghana Revenue Authority for the stated objective of the enhancement of revenue assurance in the downstream petroleum sector, upstream petroleum production, and minerals and metals resources value chain. Or say, Nyoma Ojina so Akache Chief of Staff say, Omunjina so making sure say, Oma fam kwai so edi Ofori Atta ban ebini Ofori Atta eba oil, eye dream okahon, eba gold dream okahon, eba eye dien Ghana yesika sem eye Ghana Revenue Authority sika ejeje eto Ken Ofori Atta o dream o say sa nyoma we nyina aka ho o say termination of a distribution loss reduction and associated network improvement project contract between the ECG and Beijing Xiao Cheng Technology, BXC. And 3, procurement of contractor and materials and activities and payment in respect of National Cathedral Project. Iti, or see, when in your mind can offer ya or no trauma Julius Debra on the 2nd of June. Say, omo man kwine na omo man every resource or here be any every idea assistance be na on to me extradite can offer Embra Ghana. Every second offer Ejani America. So the special prosecutor wrote to the office of the president, specifically to the chief of staff. Now, remember, the chief of staff, he's not a prosecutor. He's not an investigator. So what did the chief of staff do? The chief of staff forwarded the letter to the attorney general. When the attorney general received the letter, the attorney general actually responded to the special prosecutor. Now, on the 13th of June 2025, so from the 2nd to the 13th, how many days? Anche kra, anche. And a attorney general, the second letter nana or responding to the special prosecutor. Say the course, dear Mr. Kissi Agyebeng, the special prosecutor, the office of the special prosecutor, sit Helisalasi Avenue, South Ridge, blah 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 blah. Dear Mr. Kissi Agyebeng, this is the response from the attorney general. Mebesa Ochina OSP Babon Tibeka said this letter when you know fake. Na men chire the BB or Ghana. He needs to leave that office. $14 million. No. Now, in Tisa letter ko Julius Debransa e Jubilee House no. And the attorney general say, hey, memenya law, mona moya law, deal with the OSP to help bring Kenoforiata back. And attorney general say, yes, sir, we will do that. So the attorney general too responded to the special prosecutor. And what did he say to the special prosecutor? I say, dear Mr. Kissi Agyebeng, requests for the institution of extradition processes, Mr. Kenneth Ofori, that is the response. Or say, I bring you compliments from the office of the Attorney General. Or say, 1, this is in respect of your letter to the Honorable Chief of Staff, dated June 2nd, 2025, and the Honorable Chief of Staff's letter to the Honorable Attorney General, dated the 3rd of June, 2025. Now, secondly, kindly furnish us with a copy of the docket on the subject. The Attorney General said, Mr. Kissi Agyebeng, yensaka o letter na wotrokoma Chief of Staff the 2nd of June no. On the 3rd year na letter na the following day. Na sebi yensu yesaka na yepese ebusa wo. Se docket na eda Ofori so no. Sa docket na nke opese yeboa fa sa docket ne breye. Forward the docket no na yenhu investigations awaye nyoma ewom na yene the Attorney General's office no we can collaborate with you to find a way to bring Ofori back to Ghana. And the Attorney General was explicit in his statement. Kindly furnish us with a copy of the docket on the subject, and the subject is Ofori. And the Attorney General busa OSP. Ya pesa odi sa docket no. Ne nyoma na waye ni nyina no fabre. We will be grateful if you could nominate up to 2 prosecutors from your office to join our team of prosecutors to examine and process the extradition request. And Attorney General said, OSP, yenibeji say, odi docket na eba no. Odi 2 investigators so be free office aka docket no ho. Send be ya omni ebetena table ho. Na ye nyina ya hwem. Na ya hwe how we can execute this extradition process. This is on the 13th of June. Letter ni beka Julius Debransa on the 2nd. On the 3rd, and a letter niko kan Attorney General nsa. On the 13th, and a ocho letter edekoma OSP. Into Attorney General busa for docket. And also busa say for investigators be mienu kura ka ho. Na mo beka yan ho na yenhwe asem wei na yenhu how we can bring Ofori to Ghana. Accept the assurance of my highest consideration. Very truly yours. And this was the response from the Attorney General to the OSP. The Attorney General responded to OSP say, Yate, Obesogo Ofori ba a fine idea. For docket ne bra, na docket no de ba no, for investigators me nuka ho no mbra, no mo ne entenase, na fe yen strategize na yehu how we can bring Ofori to Ghana. 13th of June 2025. After that, something happened. After that, the special prosecutor wrote to the Attorney General. I want him to come out tomorrow, no more press conference. Don't say, when you know me boy. The Attorney General cannot be trusted. And make sure I could tell you he cannot be trusted today. Nti Ochokoma Julius Debra chief of staff, and Julius forwarded letter to come Attorney General, and Attorney General responding, and all responded to Attorney General's response. Or say, Honorable Justice Shrem Sai, the Deputy Attorney General, and Ocho letter away on the 20th of June 2025. Into 1 week, and responding to this letter from the Attorney General. Or say, the Office of the Special Prosecutor, OSP, sends its compliment to the Office of the Attorney General and Ministry of Justice. Or say, Attorney General Office. Yede akomapa ene odo ene ichiamu ene wi yede anu asemi ebremo. I refer to your letter dated 13th of June 2025 in reference to my letter to the Chief of Staff dated the 2nd June 2025 and the Chief of Staff's reference to the Attorney General dated 3rd June 2025 in respect of the OSP's request for extradition processes to be instituted for the provisional apprehension in any jurisdiction in which he may be located or found, and extradition to the Republic of Ghana of Ken Nana Ya Ofori, who served as the minister responsible for finance of the Republic between 2017 and 2024. The OSP nominates the following officers to join the team of prosecutors to examine and process the extradition requests. The OSP nominates the following officers. Nominates the following officers to join the team of prosecutors to examine and process the extradition requests. 1. Director Albert Akurugu, the Director, Asset Recovery and Management Division. 2. Kaiser Francis Amedome Wilson, Senior Prosecutor. Now, OSP responded to Attorney General. Attorney General Ebusa the 2 questions. Ube to be a mayansaka docket no. And na ube to be the 2 investigators aka ho aba ene abetenase. Na yenhwe se de be kwakwachi Ofori. Attorney General responded OSP responded to Attorney General no. He only spoke on the prosecutors or investigators. The OSP did not mention the docket. Without the docket, the Attorney General cannot proceed or cannot start investigating Ken Ofori's matter. But interestingly, when the OSP was responding to the Attorney General, he omitted the docket part and said, or send the prosecutors. No. Now, you are sending prosecutors to the Attorney General to do what? Without a docket. It is strategically, some investigation now say why ye. Nyoma e what docket na Ofori ye. Nyoma e what say Attorney General no so ehu. Na ye gina so e make sure a process no aye effective e me de e Ken Ofori aba no. Sa docket no OSP say on fan Attorney General. Nemum, he has sent 2 of his men to come to the Attorney General to help with the extradition process. How do you start extradition process when you don't have the evidence? You, the special prosecutor, you have the docket. What is stopping you from giving the Attorney General the docket? But you see, strategically, time I responded to Attorney General, no, he did not give the Attorney General the docket of Ken Ofori. And you ask yourself, why? Now, let me show you something. Why we cannot trust the special prosecutor. In fact, he's a dangerous guy. Now, you see this document. This is a letter, a free, the Attorney General's office, call OSP, data, so, and a now, my men show the AC. And after that, the Attorney General's office actually wrote a letter back. After OSP catch up say, or the investigators the Attorney General's office followed up and asked him about the docket. And this was on the 3rd of September 2025. Just the 3rd of September. And the date, the 16th of October. Ever since there, the special prosecutor has not responded to the Attorney General. Let's read what's in the letter. Now, the special prosecutor, the office of the special prosecutor, Haile Selassie, blah, 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 dear Mr. Kissi Agyebeng, and it was signed by the Deputy Attorney General. I want the OSP to come out tomorrow and say, dear Mekenya, send the Ofori mba Ghana, ni entumi prosecute Ofori a special prosecutor. He knows what he's doing. Or then a block kwano, wa hijack it. Special prosecutor, onim dia oye, oni Ofori he knows what he's doing. Let an Indian man can show. Or say, I bring you compliments from the office of the Attorney General. This follows letter to this office dated June 20, 2025, and subsequent conversation on subject Kenneth Nanaya Ofori Atta. 2. For urgent law enforcement decision-making purposes, kindly furnish this office with the following. Attorney General Sachro letter koma OSP say, ya pesa usa this adwuma we ya kan docket ne mbae. Ya say busa for other things. 1. A copy of the dockets in its current state on the subject. 2. An investigative report, even if interim, on the suspect. 3. Any other information which you believe will be necessary for the purpose. And accept our assurances of my highest consideration. Very true, yours. Now, me be much. Attorney General Sachro letter come OSP no. Meaning, OSP for a docket in the docket in here and send an extradition process need to make us ye. And Attorney General actual letter come no on the 9th of on the 3rd of September say, ye per se Attorney OSP. My a copy of the docket in its current state. Or say docket no, baby I would rubiano or the we just want the docket. Don't tell us to say you are waiting to add some things and some. We just want it in its current form. It's okay for us. We can work with it. Don't tell us to say there are some things you are still investigating, because when it gets to us, we can still continue investigating. And anything our car say for our prosecutors and investigators, Inti Attorney General was specific. Give us the docket in its current state, because you see, the OSP has always been hiding behind it is still under investigations. And if he tells you something is still under investigation, it can take 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. He will never finish investigating, because that is how he operates. And it's not Attorney General say it does not matter where the docket, the state it is in, whatever you have gathered and whatever is in the docket, it is okay. Just bring it. This was on the 9th, on the 3rd of September. And the OSP and the Attorney General say an investigative report, even if interim, or say some my investigative report, no, even so we crowd what the baby would rubiano famaye. We can work on it. And Attorney General did not say, give it to me to work on it alone. Add your investigators and your prosecutors to it so that we can work on it with them together. And remember, the Attorney General is even calling for transparency, for his people to all sit with them to do the investigation into one docket, no, in its current state, whether whatever the baby would be a famaye. And an investigative report, no. So reporter also why so far also we investigations. Baby, what do is okay. We just want to see what investigations baby would do. Give it to us. And a 3. Any other information which you believe will be necessary for the purpose. See, document be account be a who say ebe here say ebe boye amaya to adwuma de we so no fa ka ho. Ebe sinne. And I'm saying this on authority. The special prosecutor Kissi Agyebeng has not responded to the Attorney General. So who is blocking the extradition of Ken Ofori Atta to Ghana? It is Kissi Agyebeng, the special prosecutor. Mese Ebesine, the special prosecutor has not responded to the Attorney General from September. The Attorney General asked for the docket in its current form, the investigation report in its current state, and any other information ever seen there. Kissi Agyebeng has not responded to the Attorney General. Ask yourself why. Because Kissi Agyebeng does not want to hand over the investigative report to the Attorney General. Why? Because he's protecting Ken Ofori Atta. So you see where we are. Inti Kissi Agyebeng onim say ono na protecting Ken Ofori Atta. Ono na making sure say Ken Ofori Atta will never come to Ghana to face a prosecution. It is Kissi Agyebeng who is protecting Ken Ofori Atta. And majority of the people like Kissi Agyebeng say were from and they are under investigation or bois. He's protecting and shielding those people. That is how he makes his money. It will who say the people are mentioning you. You are in fact corrupt, and their evidence showing say you are corrupt. He'll come in quickly. He'll come in before the IOCO. He'll come in before the CID and tell them to stay away. He is in charge of the investigation. Remember, the OSP office is under the Attorney General's office. If you don't know, the OSP's office, it is under the Attorney General's office. And if the Attorney General demands or asking for a document, the OSP has no choice. He must give that document to the Attorney General. Why do you think he's not doing that? We have given this guy $14 million. $14 million. He cannot show anything. He has not prosecuted a single soul. It's Mumbusa Kissi Agyebeng Ochina say, why hasn't he provided these documents to the Attorney General? You see, sometimes, right? And I'm doing this because I want the president to know what is going on. There's a lot of bad people. There are a lot of people who want to destroy your government. And I'm telling you for a fact, Mr. President, so when you Kissi Agyebeng and I will go to office now, your government will struggle. Because Kissi Agyebeng is doing business. Kissi Agyebeng is one of the richest people in Ghana. So Kissi Agyebeng kind of crank up and also with jail and there. People are negotiating, using the office to do business. And that is what Kissi Agyebeng is doing. As we speak, Ken Ofori has been assured by Kissi Agyebeng that he will not expose or transfer the docket and the investigations he's done so far. Parliament approves 146 million budget for Special Prosecutor's Office. For almost $14 million. $14 million. Almost $14 million to the Special Prosecutor's Office. We are asking him to provide just the investigative report, just a docket. And you see, Mr. President, there are people in your government who are moles giving Ofori and his group information every time your government, especially your intelligence, they decide on what to do about Ken Ofori issue. There are people in your government who are the ones feeding information to Ken Ofori and his family. Mr. President, Mr. Jakpa, your group of investigators you work with, you have a mole in it. And those people are the ones feeding Ken Ofori and his family. Every decision you are taking when it comes to investigations, finding the corruption, and the steps you people want to take, there's somebody in your circle, Jakpa, the national security must circle, about 2 people. They are the ones feeding Ken Ofori and his family information here. And the OSP is also helping. The OSP's office needs to be shut down. This man, Kissi Agyebeng, needs to be sacked. He cannot help. Ken Ofori, as far as Kissi Agyebeng is the OSP, Ken Ofori is never coming to Ghana. I'm telling you on authority, Mr. President. Yes. I say, as far as Ken Ofori, as far as you have Kissi Agyebeng as your special prosecutor, docket Nikutano, or say on the investigations, Ken Ofori will never come to Ghana. And it is a deal between Kissi Agyebeng and Ken Ofori. He's never going to bring him back. So if you want the people to trust you and trust your government, Mr. President, if you want Ghanaians to know that you are different and that you want to leave a legacy, the Special Prosecutor's Office tomorrow morning, they need to hand over the docket to the Attorney General's office. They need to hand over the investigation reports to the Attorney General's office. Kissi Agyebeng is the one blocking Ken Ofori's extradition. At least, might show evidence. The simple question will also be able to say, what is stopping the OSP from just giving the Attorney General Ken Ofori's docket? What is stopping him? This man, Mr. President, you need to sack him and investigate him. Not just sacking. The special prosecutor needs to be sacked, and after he's sacked, investigations need to be open on the special prosecutor because this man has caused a lot of damage. And if you don't take care, if we are going to play games, we are going to think this is normal, this OSP's office will shut down your government. He needs to be sacked and he needs to be investigated. I have a lot of report on this man, and he cannot stand before me and deny any of the reports. None of them.
Wabogana bro. Ya wakrata bi etimi de kwakwafa na obi man so eba ne timi eba. Eno nto obusa se denti na up to now omunya enkonkofo ano. Na eno achi na wotre se eyewura Kissi Agyebeng no ho bon wo ma opane yi nedi enti na wo sero tumfo se mo tumfo mfa no ho mbegimi san se ye ma wadwuma yende ye ma wadwuma se kwache papa ibra yende na me ankasa Kevin Taylor na ankasa me wo problem on ho because wo wonim se etimi de krata bebefo obi ena wo to didi nkrofo atem krata bia ma mafo nanso no said e be ya o man Ghana be fa ne ntuma pa ifranti ena wodi enkomo e wada woro mabaso a na onso wa subscribe o like na wasan a share e de ama afofra wo mo e wo echichi ene benti e medin e de oduma nkomo ba na kofi from Asante Gudi Macron.